Welcome to Keeping It Real with Power Platform, where we look at how real people use the Power Platform around the world to create awesome software solutions. And today, we have Stevie Sims joining us from New Orleans, Louisiana. Steve is an IT advisor and Power Platform lead with Shell, focused on app and automation delivery. Steve has been driving digital transformation by helping teams adopt Power Platform, and he will share his experience with us today. So, welcome, Steve.
Hey, yeah, thank you for having me, Leon. Excited to be part of the podcast this morning.
So, Steve, thank you for being here. So, I'll start with an easy one. So, tell us about your journey with Power Platform.
Yeah, well, it sounds easy. It's kind of by happenstance. Like most people, we're driven to the Power Platform out of some necessity to solve a business problem. My first business problem to solve with the platform involved trying to put together an analytic report for Hurricane Ida recovery, which was a major storm that impacted the U.S. Gulf Coast in 2021. Had been learning about Power Platform and things that Power BI was capable of. Jumped into action, produced a report, was a huge success. That also drove us to asking questions about how do we build application interfaces to allow users to input data. Naturally, that became a segue into building turnaround and project-related apps and automations, and really kicked off my citizen developer journey. Eventually led to a career swap where I became an IT advisor to drive innovation and lead app and automation development for many other organizations throughout the company.
That is an amazing and very inspiring journey, Steve, because your background is software development or is something else?
No, my background is purely operations. I started with the company in the field, climbing towers, turning valves, was exposed to data and, started to understand how I could use tools like Excel to make my work processes most efficient. And then that kind of invigorated and kicked off my personal digital transformation journey very early. So no background in software development. I've always just considered myself a problem solver and continuously learned to leverage the tooling and the technology to help solve more complex business problems.
I really love that your personal digital transformation and also as a problem solver using the Power Platform to solve problems. So that was a very inspiring journey. I saw some of the solutions that you created and I was always very impressed and very excited about what you did. So what are some highlights that you would like to share with everyone watching here of the things that you achieved in the last few years?
One of the things I'm most proud of is our ability to be able to power and upskill others. We definitely have a big community in the citizen developer space, and we host a weekly Friday Power Hour call where we help inspire, mentor, and build up the skills of others that are looking to also go on their personal digital transformation journeys and start delivering value to their organizations within the company. We've had tons of success. We've built many apps and automations that have real business value impact. And we're continuing to push those horizons to bring on capabilities for which we can utilize other aspects of the platform to solve all of the business problems that we have in front of us.
That's super cool. And I know that you are big on productivity and using Power Platforms to solve problems, and you apply that mentality to now we are to all find ways of using AI effectively, and that's one area where you have been working on. So is that something that you can share with us?
Yeah, and I think like most stories and problems to solve, we look at what are people doing to do this manually, right? And so when you look at things like project management and running analysis against projects, this story is applicable across many lines of businesses, organizations, and companies. And so this example is a pure proof of concept. This is totally anonymized data, but just shows the process for which you can generate insights very fast in a dynamic way against many projects. And so here we have an application where the user can select from a list of projects, and for the selected project, we can run a very specific but repeatable analysis type. What the user can do here is select the analysis that they would like to run, and then click to generate the AI insights. Here in a few seconds, all of the project information is passed to the large language model, and we're able to take advantage of AI prompts, return the output back to the user, and give a very detailed insight of those analysis for a user in the experience that they're already comfortable with, which is right here in the Power App interface. To set this up, Like most companies, we have many projects and we have tons of data related to those projects. Here is a simple table where we have many types of analysis that we would like to run and a simple prompt template defining the analysis that we would like to execute. In Power Automate, we can come and set up our special prompt, which you can see here is only 2 lines of code. It basically looks to pass the instructions, which is the prompt, and also the context data from the project. And as you can see here, we are returning the model response back to the application interface. This happens in a matter of seconds. It's repeatable, and you can dynamically continue to run additional analysis types as you allow users to configure those prompts and take advantage of those within a few clicks from the application interface itself. From there, we can email those insights or save those directly to SharePoint so that we can capture a historical log of those insights as the projects progress over time. Very simple and easy to use. Here, we're going to select the analysis type of a health check, generate the insights, and within a matter of seconds, the user is presented with the overall health score and a very detailed analysis based on that project scope.
This is super cool because not only you're bringing all this information close to users, but also you're allowing everyone that is managing a project to quickly experiment with different types of analysis, because I saw that users can very rapidly add instructions and then you're going to pass that to the LLM. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. And we're always after these actionable insights from data. When you think about typically what would have to be done manually to get those insights, we would have to review, many projects, many different, data sets about the projects, many different metadata columns related to the project. Here we can get to a place where we can quickly get those insights by just selecting a project, selecting an analysis type. We can execute these insights or prompts to be run on a schedule, or we can just allow for the user to execute those prompts right here directly in the app when he or she needs to.
Super cool. So you are significantly reducing the time of creating the analysis, but also of consuming the analysis for everyone in the organization. And I'm sure that you're already thinking about the future. So what is next?
Yeah, I think for us, we've seen this acceleration of problem solving with the ability to be able to take advantage of large language models to help build these intelligent solutions. And we're doing things today like jumping in VS Code and taking advantage of Copilot Pro to help us really design a plan, execute the strategy for building and deploying the applications, and even things like having Copilot generate the HTML mockup, respecting the accessibility and Power Platform design techniques by leveraging the MCP servers. But then we're also thinking about a world where this vibe-coded application development is already starting to present itself, right? So some of the new things in the Power Platform, like generative pages or Vibe apps, will allow us to continuously move to a place where we can just solve real business problems by naturally explaining the problem to solve and helping to connect the data that's relative to the application that we need to build.
So how can people learn more about the work that you are doing?
Yeah, for sure. Just, contact me directly, reach out via LinkedIn. Happy to share this entire solution with anyone, as we believe that things like this start to inspire others to be able to take advantage of some of the capabilities of the platform. And once you really understand the concept of how we got here, for surely you could look to apply to other problem-solving solutions that you may have for your organization.
That is wonderful. Thank you very much, Stevie, for joining us today. And thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.